A lot of times with people that are trying to get into the field, they will ask me questions like, should I pick React or Vue to learn? And oh man, what if I picked the wrong thing? What if I picked, the framework that's not as much in demand, or the language that's not as much in demand? And what I always tell people, and I feel like this is probably a hard message to hear if I was in their shoes, is it doesn't actually matter. What I would say is when you make the best decision that you can, but if you find something that you're interested in learning and pursuing, that is a lot more important than whether there are, more posts on Indeed looking for the skill or not. Because especially at the beginning, choosing one thing, learning it well, and learning how to be productive in that environment that actually builds something useful is way more important than if you picked React or Angular or Rust or Go or something like that. Because what we find, and this is true not just of apprentices, frankly, it's true of developers in general, learned one thing and been productive in it, you can translate those skills and learn the next thing. And the whole field of software development is about continuous learning. The most important skill for you as a developer is being able to learn the next thing, because there's always going to be a next thing. The wonderful thing and the terrifying thing about software development is everything you learned 2 years ago is probably obsolete. There's some overall concepts, of course, that you retain and translate from one language to the next, but the specific technical details of this framework or that framework, those things become obsolete remarkably quickly. Just expect to have to look things up. When I'm assessing a new apprentice and watching them code, it's bonus points for going like, oh wow, I don't know, I have to look up the documentation for that. We do that all the time. Never feel like you need to memorize or choose the right framework and memorize all the API calls or something like that. It's really about continuous learning, and that's the most important thing.